99X, it's Barnes and Leslie. And, you know, there's a little game in town tomorrow. And I thought we could take time to come together and be nice. And
what game is that?
let's talk. It's a little game in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. It's called the SEC Championship.
Yeah.
And before I bring our guest on, who has some history to talk about in that game, I thought, you know, I feel like I'm being bombarded by all you Georgia people. So I want you to understand and welcome me in as a Longhorn. So I thought we would start the whole segment off with this. Yeah, okay, that's enough.
Yeah, thank you.
Please welcome Aaron Murray. Hey, Aaron.
Oh, man, I'm just waiting for the Texas fans to start coming through. Now, all that burnt orange. I mean, I see your big, obnoxious flag in our neighborhood.
Wait, I want to hear about this, Aaron. I want to hear about the obnoxious flag.
You're coming out the gate with some attacks, and that's what you Georgia people... That's not how it works.
It's our home turf. This is a home game. Don't you know that? This is Atlanta. This is Georgia. Georgia football is the biggest thing in the state. So, yes, you're coming into enemy territory here.
And how has Georgia historically done in that building?
Decent, I think.
You've won, I think, two of 7, I think.
Yeah, not good. I am 0 for 3 as a former quarterback. Not in that stadium, but in the Georgia Dome.
But yeah, you have a ton of records, though. I mean,
I do.
Come on. What is it? The Bulldogs. I mean, you guys, you get so
nice,
fired.
Barnes.
I'm just trying. Like at your games, I've been to one Georgia game, and my second one will be next year. I'm sorry, in Athens. My second one will be next year when Texas goes to see you. But what is this thing you guys do in the game? I want to understand. Whenever there's like moments in the game, and then this happens.
Go Georgia Bulldogs.
Okay.
You not hear? You feel the juice? Come on.
That's what it is. So this game, you've played in it how many times?
SEC Championship game? I am 0 for 2, unfortunately.
0 for 2.
I know.
I don't care about the record. I more care about...
I do.
What, I bet. What is it like to be... Because at that time it was in the Dome, and I've been to some of those games in the Dome, and I think one where you played. But what is it like to be down there on the field? Can you get over that pressure, like, as a player?
It's a lot, and I'll say this. I mean, these young men are also not used to playing in a dome, in that stadium. And it's different. Visually, it's different. The acoustics are different. And obviously, the meaning of the game, like, you're in an NFL stadium. You're playing for the SEC Championship, which the SEC is the best conference in America. So it's emotional, it's a different feel, and it's something that obviously is a little bit more of an advantage for Georgia, being there, done that, playing in that stadium multiple times. I know you bring up the record, which hasn't been great, but still, you know, a little bit of in favor of the Dogs over Texas heading into it.
Okay.
But I never thought about that, though, what Aaron just said.
Visually, it's different.
Being in a dome as opposed to... I never thought about it that way.
Yeah.
I would think that's an advantage.
Well, playing in it multiple times, like Georgia's been there, done that. So like it feels more home. Like it's just like anything in life. You go to a place that you've never been to, you're trying to feel it out. You know, as a quarterback, you know, first thing we get there is like, okay, where's the shot clock? You know, where's that 40-second timer to make sure that I'm calling the play in time so we don't get a penalty?
Yeah.
You know, guys get fascinated looking at the scoreboard. I remember the first time I played for the Philadelphia Eagles. You know, the first time I went to Dallas Stadium, I just kept looking at the damn scoreboard the entire time with how massive it is. So, like, there's certain things like that where you're not used to it. You can get caught off. You can get gazing in certain spots. You don't know where to look. You don't know the feeling. Where Georgia's like, you know, we've been here a million times. Like, we know where to look. We know what it feels like. We know how awesome the stadium is. We're not surprised walking into Mercedes-Benz, where Texas may be a little bit googly-goggly, all that good stuff, and just got to ground themselves.
Aaron makes some good points, Barnes.
Well, counterpoint, why is it that the experts, you and your little home game, Texas is favored? Why is it that 70% of the money is on Texas? And I'm asking honest questions.
Yep.
You talk about all these things that psychologically should sway those in the know, but why is it that we're favored, all the money's on us, because you guys are tired from last week? I mean, what is it?
Well, first off, I'm not saying that the playing in the stadium and being used to it is a massive advantage. I mean, these are all small advantages.
Okay.
Like, it's not going to Georgia playing in Mercedes-Benz is not going to cause them to win the game. I anticipate Texas, year one in the SEC, being in this football game that this fan base is going to show up. Like I talked about at the beginning of the show, like
no doubt.
I anticipate like this is going to be somewhere 55-45 Georgia to Texas fans, which is not that big of a difference in the stadium.
I would have said more.
You think like 60-40 Georgia, Texas?
Maybe even more Georgia. But what are these the same fans who left early last week in Athens when you were down by 14?
I hope not. I hope it's the true dogs that are ready to go. So, I once again, like I anticipate Texas fans to show up in a big way. So I think it's going to be an incredible environment for both teams. At minimum 40% of that stadium should be burnt orange.
Okay.
Texas fans are freaking juiced, no doubt about it. Texas is the better team. I'll be honest.
Really? I like
that. As a roster, yeah, Texas is a better team.
You know that, Aaron, he's going to isolate that clip and play it over and over again.
I mean, I'm interested to know why.
They're playing more consistent football right now than Georgia's. Defensively, they're the best defense in America. They have more consistency when it comes to skill position players on offense. Carson and Quinn have kind of gone up and down, have had some issues throughout the season, but I think both are playing at where we anticipate them begin the season, playing at that level right now.
They've both kind of been flaky at times.
Yeah, both been flaky at times, but I would say like Texas's defense is better than Georgia's defense. Texas's skill players are better than Georgia's skill players.
Aaron Murray is here, former quarterback of Georgia. You got a great career, awesome quarterback, and you speak the truth, and I like that about you. But When you guys came to Austin, we totally shit the bed and screwed it up like no other. But the thing that you had going is all week people told you couldn't do it. Georgia, you can't do it. You're going to get killed, Georgia. You're going to get killed. And what do? We just laid a turd in the first half. And that's what our guys now, I think when you talk about these young kids, that's what our guys have been focused on since getting humiliated by Georgia. So it's going to be a freaking fight. I think.
Oh yeah, well it's gonna be a great game. I don't think that's a question. And I'm not here to say that like Georgia's not going to win. Like I have Georgia favored to win the football game.
By what?
That's what I was going to ask.
Within 3 points. I think this is a field goal type football game.
Really?
I think Georgia shows up for big time games like this. They already did it against Texas. I think there's a confidence that, hey, we've already beat this team.
Yeah.
We've already dominated this team at the lines of scrimmage on both sides, especially in the second half.
I got a dose of Arch coming your way, but Leslie?
I kind of wanted to ask Aaron when he was playing, did you ever have any music that kind of got you pumped up for a game?
A little Katy Perry roar my senior season. That was my song. Baby. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I love the little roar that got me juiced.
Nice.
Well, maybe that's why you're 0-2 in the SEC championship game.
Probably. I would say Little Red Hot Chili Peppers got that was on the playlist. Probably just kind of let that roar.
So I want a number from you, because what's crazy is we could face Georgia again. This is basically an exhibition game.
3 times. Yes.
Yeah, we're going to freaking have an exhibition game to see who gets a bye. That's what they're playing for.
Yep.
And then we meet again, and it's hard. Isn't it hard as a player who's done this? Is it hard to beat a team a second time in a year?
Oh, 100% it's hard.
Well, Aaron, you're on. Can you tell us a little bit about your podcast? Plug it for us.
Yeah. So, I mean, I work for ESPN, so I'm covering college football every single weekend. So you can catch me covering games. I'll have 3 bowl games throughout the bowl season, which will be exciting. And then I do a daily podcast called Snaps with my buddy T-Bob Hebert. T-Bob played offensive line center for LSU for a few years. His dad, Bobby Hebert, played quarterback for the Falcons and for the Saints, for those who remember him. He is a character. We have a lot of fun. We talk a lot of football and then some other things as well. We get distracted at times, but it's a really fun show. I enjoy it. And like I said, we do it almost daily. Usually go Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then a recap show either Saturday night or Sunday morning. So go check us out, Snaps CFB.
Okay, Aaron Murray, thank you for coming on, and I'm gonna do this for you people right now. This every inch of me, it hurts to push this button, but this is for you, because when you feel sad Sunday morning, I want you to remember your buddy Barnes hooked you up. All right.